Hi everyone, back here for another video. Today I'm using with my iPad Pro the Logitech Pop Keys in purple, or maybe I should say Daydream Mint. Thank you to my friend for lending this to me. In fact, I did the unboxing for her some months ago. Here's what's in the box. The Logitech Pop Keys is priced at $100 US. And is it worth $100? Well, if you like colorful, retro looking, almost looking like a typewriter's keyboard, and you like mechanical keyboard typing, and you like using emojis, then this keyboard is for you. This keyboard has a bulky body and so it's quite high to type on. It'll be more comfortable to type if you use a wrist rest. The body has this thick back that slants down for a tiny bit of ergonomics. The back is thick not only to have that typing angle, but the back is also where the batteries are placed. This is not a rechargeable keyboard. This uses two AAA batteries, and according to Logitech, this can last up to 3 years. I guess I just have to wait and see if indeed my friend can use this keyboard for 3 years with the original batteries. The Pop Keys is totally made of plastic, and combined with the brown switches this one has, it can get really loud. Definitely not something I would use in an office or a library or any quiet place. Before doing some typing tests, let me quickly show you how to connect this to the iPad. It is pretty much the same as other Bluetooth device. Press and hold onto one of these device switches here, and when the light starts flashing, then I can connect this to the iPad, but not quite complete yet. Last step is to enter the code that pops on the iPad. So type it on the keyboard and hit enter. Then it's finally connected. So now that I'm connected to the iPad, let's see some typing tests, and again, this is the brown switches, but Logitech offers this with the blue and the red switches too. Personally, I prefer the quiet and low profile typing. And if you've seen my other videos, I've had a K380 for so long and I love using it. Recently, I've been loving the Logitech MX Keys Mini and the Keychron K3. So typing on this Logitech Pop Keys is really a big adjustment for my fingers. Even if the round keys are same size as my K380, because of the higher key, the spaces in between the keys are more prominent, so my fingers sometimes slide in between the keys. I guess I can say for those with small hands like me, this is something to take note of. But for those with bigger hands, or even if you have small hands and you type better than me, then this may not be an issue for you. As for the function keys, most of these work on the iPad. No need to press on the function key, just press on the keys directly. However, some keys do not work, like the F4 key. When I press it, it doesn't do anything. Next is the F6 to mute the mic when in a Teams call, for example. This is because according to Logitech, this has to be turned on from the Logitech Options app, which unfortunately is not available on the iPad. The other function key not working is this dictation key beside the delete key. Then we have these 4 emojis keys that do not work too, as it also needs to be set up from the Logitech Options app. Even if these keys do not work, for me, it's not really a big deal, and actually I find it quite gimmicky to have the dedicated keys just for emojis. But maybe it's just me. Now let's go over some tips that may be useful for you when you use the Pop Keys keyboard. So let's say I want to type in all caps, and so I press the caps lock key, but it's not working. I press it and the light switch shows it's on, but it's still typing in lowercase. This may happen when I use another language on my iPad and I have not selected the English keyboard. So my tip is make sure you're really on the English keyboard. As you see here, I actually have the Thai keyboard selected. So I switch the keyboard to English, then caps lock is now working. Still speaking of the caps lock key, and I've shown this in many of my other Logitech keyboard shortcuts video. If I want to do multitasking keyboard shortcuts on the iPad, I need to change some of the modifier keys to work as the globe key. This is because these keyboards don't have the dedicated globe key. To do this, go into the iPad hardware keyboard settings, then go to modifier keys, and then change the caps lock to globe. The downside of this is that it means I cannot use the caps lock function anymore, and so to type in all capital letters, I have to hold on to the shift key. Either option is not ideal, so choose the one that will less disrupt your workflow. And lastly, here are some of my favorite keyboard shortcuts. Command Tab is to switch between open apps. Command and Spacebar is to open Spotlight Search and search for anything, from searching other apps in my iPad, looking up something in the internet like currency conversion, or even calculate some numbers. Command Shift and 3 or Command Shift and 4 are two different ways to take a screenshot. When in Safari, Command T is to open a new tab. Command Shift and the backslash key is to see the tab's overview. So in this way, you'll see what pages are open. Command L is to go to the URL bar. And Command W is to close a tab. To go back to the home screen, do Command and H. Then, to lock the iPad, do Command, Control, and Q. So in conclusion, this is a good keyboard for those who want good aesthetics, playful colors, a loud mechanical keyboard, and loves using emojis. I think though, this could have been priced a bit lower, as $100 for an all-plastic keyboard seems to be too steep, at least for me. I personally don't like it because I prefer a low-key and quiet typing keyboard. But the owner of this keyboard loves it, and that's all that matters. I'm here sharing some information to you out there interested on this keyboard. And so that's it. Thanks for watching.